Might be game over.
Yo.
What is up, YouTube? It's been a while. As you can probably tell, this isn't the normal filming setting that you are used to. That's because I ended up buying a house in the summer. Now I have the E46 and the BRZ in my very own garage. Finally, it's been a long time coming. Now you might be wondering, how can you afford a house in Southern California? And I'll tell you how. You know those cars that you see on Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp that are so shoddy that the previous owner tried to mod the car and just did half-ass work? Well, you pretty much gotta buy that in a house in the middle of the desert, so far out in the middle of the desert that you're basically in Arizona. That's how you do it. So, as a sorry for being gone for so long, I'm gonna be doing 25% off store-wide at factory616.com. Get yourself a nice chassis mount shifter, or if you really want, you can also get just a shift knob to show your support. 25% off, no discount code necessary, free shipping to anywhere in the continental US, all December long. So make sure you get yours. So where the hell have I been? As you can tell from the intro, I blew up my motor at Flavor Express back in December of 2021. Immediately after, I tried to diagnose what happened to my motor. I pulled the intercooler piping to see if there was any oil or coolant. When I tried to crank the motor, the starter would engage, but it would not turn over, so I tried to crank it manually, and it was basically seized. I pulled the spark plugs, and cylinder 1 ended up not looking good at all. When I shined the light down the spark plug hole for cylinder number 1, I was able to see all the way down to the crankshaft, so definitely no good. I drained my oil only to find the forbidden milkshake. That looks like water. So head gasket. Okay, that is definitely water. And I don't have footage of this, but unfortunately, piston 1 was in a million different pieces in the oil pan. I pretty much just grenaded piston number 1. So what really caused my motor to blow? When I was reviewing the footage, I noticed that my car started to run a lot leaner than I had originally tuned for. So my first guess, considering I tuned the car myself, is that the tune was bad. But that didn't really make sense to me, so I wanted to dig a little bit deeper. I got my injectors tested at RC Injection, and that looked fine. And after looking at the vacuum line for my fuel pressure regulator, I noticed that it was a lot looser than I had originally remembered. So maybe it was a combination of a really bad vacuum leak at the fuel pressure regulator, therefore causing the motor to not get enough fuel, which I will say honestly, when I was in the tuning phase, AFRs would be consistent from day to day, so maybe that had something to do with it. So after that, I pretty much went into this huge slump. I had no motivation to work on the car. I had no motivation to film a video, so I decided to take a break from the E46. Spent a lot of time camping, off-roading, spending time with my family. I mustered up the courage to do some filming at Buttonwillow Raceway with the BRZ, and then all the in-car audio ended up being complete garbage. All that wasted time pretty much put me in an even bigger slump, and it took 4 months for me to basically touch the car again. So if you're an automotive content creator, or you know anything about automotive content creating, it's a lot of work to film. So in an effort to get the car running again, I decided not to film. While I dropped in a new 2.5 liter motor to replace my 3.0, I ditched my scavenge pump setup for a new oil drain setup using 12 AN line with the correct angle at the oil pan, and I actually got the car started in record time. The only problem is, of all the motors that I've checked out between myself, my friends, my brother, this is the one time that I didn't check compression. Turns out, motor had a blown head gasket. I took the cap off my expansion tank, started the car, and she spewed coolant just like it was Old Faithful. So another couple months go by, I pick up another 2.5 liter motor, and I compression test it this time, and it's good. Again, without filming much, I got the motor swapped in, and for some reason I can't get it to idle. So that's where I'm at. I've been dealing with this thing for the last couple months trying to figure it out, and I can't figure it out. So fuel pressure looks good, boost leak checked, and I fixed any vacuum leaks. Compression's good. Maybe it's my base map. Amateur tuners, huh? But on the bright side, I did get some TC3s for the front. So if one of you wants to buy my C28s, slide into my DMs, I'll give you a good deal on it. So I know it's not much of an update, but it's been almost a year since I posted my last video, and I owe it to you guys to explain what's been going on. And I also wanted to take the time to mention how easy it is to get into a slump and how important it is to keep progressing towards the things that you want in life. So this is where I'm at. I'll do my best to keep regular cadence this time, but no promises. If you don't have a chassis mount shifter yet, factor616.com. Make sure to pick one up. 25% off for all of December 2022. I'd appreciate it if you guys would clear the rest of my inventory. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.